What was once one of the most prestigious jobs in football has suddenly become one that most managers wouldn't touch with a barge pole. It is the role of Barcelona manager, but former player at Barcelona, Ronald Koeman, has answered the call. So what are your initial thoughts on this one, Stevie Nicol?
It seems like a sensible move. You know, you said that he played there before. He was a huge success there. He was one of the star men when he was there. He was an assistant over a decade ago, but at the same time, he knows how the club's run. He knows the pressures. You know, he knows everything about Barcelona Football Club. So to have somebody like him come in, I think is a smart move. And of course, he's turned the Dutch international side back into a force. You know, when he took over, they were struggling big time, and now they are back to one of the best sides in European football internationally. So, you know, he's no slouch as a coach. He seems to have all the credentials, particularly the connections with Barcelona. So it seems to me, on the face of it, a good move.
It's a risk in many ways, though, particularly for the manager, Stevie, because there's elections coming up in March, which means he's not guaranteed to be in this role for perhaps even a year. Do you see it as a stopgap, or could it become a long-term replacement?
I mean, this depends on the results of the election. You know, there's no question that if Bartomeu loses, then regardless of who's the head coach, whoever comes in is going to bring their guy in. I mean, everybody just kind of accepts that. And I'm sure Koeman knows that. But he'll be looking at it as, you know what, I played for this great team. I was an assistant for this great club. Now I've got the chance to be the head coach. And you know what? If it's for a day, a minute, a second, whatever it is, I want to manage this great club. So for him, I don't think it matters. I don't think that'll be in the forefront of his mind. He'll just be looking forward to getting in, getting his boots on again, and getting stuck in and trying to coach this side. And whatever happens in 12 months' time, or however long it is, then that's what will be for him. He's back at Barcelona, and he'll have the biggest smile on his face when he walks through the front door.
Yeah, Bartomeu can't stand again. But what's Koeman got to do? What's he looking at with this squad? Because there's players that need to go as well. Obviously, we've seen some big heads roll in the recent days since that massive loss to Bayern. They have mentioned Donny van de Beek as a player that he'd look to bring in, 23 years old. Would this be a good start for him?
Yes, I think it would be. You know, I think every coach going into a new job would love to have lots of money, be able to go and get who they want. That is not going to be the case. He's going to have to work with a lot of what's still there. Yes, Van de Beek would be a great signing, but unfortunately they need more than one. They need 5 or 6. And so his job, Koeman, to begin with, is about settling this team down, because right now everybody's in panic mode. Everybody's wondering what has gone so badly wrong. And so somebody with a cool, calm head needs to come in and settle everything down and just get them on an even keel. You know, they don't have to be the Barcelona of old, but they certainly don't want to be the Barcelona that just lost to Bayern Munich. So he has to find a balance in between those two to start with, and then try and build from there.
Who would you look at getting rid of if you're Koeman now? Because that's obviously where they'll be starting looking at who they're going to offload.
Oh dear. Well, who can you get rid of? You know, they need money. They have some money, but they don't have enough. And so, realistically, to go and bring in recognised stars, because that's what Barcelona generally do, they have to raise money. But then, how are you going to get rid of the likes of Griezmann? You know, could you take a chance and move Suarez on? I'm sure somebody would take a chance on him. But the truth is, in my opinion, you have to start at the back. You know, you have to stop leaking goals, and if you do that, then you can then go forward, and that means pretty much the back four. Langley is okay. I think he can get better. Unfortunately, Piqué, as fantastic as he's been, he's past his best. Jordi Alba is not a good defender. He's good going forward. And Semedo is an average right back. Now, they do have to Stegen behind him, who's one of the top keepers in Europe, no question. But you have to start at the back and work your way forward, in my opinion. And so Koeman's going to have to start solidifying that back line somehow.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.